Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here, and before I start off with this, I just want to get some things out of the way because I know a lot of people are going to be like, dude, why are you talking about this movie now? It's 2018, the movie's been out for it's been out for 7 months, everyone's already talked about it, there's nothing else that can be said about it, so why the hell are you talking about it? Why the hell are you doing this review? Well, you see, back when I saw this in theaters the day after it came out, I didn't have an online outlet to complain about it and get all of my feelings out about it. I mean, the closest thing I had was more recently that Stardust app, which I'll leave a link to in the description, but 30 seconds isn't enough time to describe how much hate I have for this movie. So I decided, much like 50 Shades, I'm just going to get all of my thoughts about this movie on camera right now in a big ol' rant video so that I don't have to talk about or watch this movie ever again. But the positive side about doing this review now and watching this movie again is that this time I didn't have to do it alone. I got to have someone alongside me to share the pain. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Abbae Klosterman to the show.
Hello, how's it going? It's been nice. It's been real nice.
Yeah, she is awesome. She's one of my best friends ever. We've been friends for like 9-10 years.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was 5, I think. I think I was in pre-K.
I think.
Because I wasn't in school actually when I met you.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been friends for a really long time, and she's awesome. She just started a YouTube channel. What is the channel's name?
You might have to search Abbae Klosterman, but the name of it is the Abbae Place, and it's Abbae, like Bay, you know.
And I'll leave a link to that in the description. Yeah, so this time instead of me in a theater by myself watching the Emoji movie, I had her along with me.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was just so much fun reliving that.
I can express it in one emotion, so let's just put Jean just right here.
Yeah, and here's a better way to describe this movie. Now listen, we're not going to get into the plot of this movie because, one, there is no plot. It's just,
yeah, there really is.
It's just a series of events. It's like 50 Shades. It's just a series of events that really sloppily connect together. And two, like I said before, it's 2018. The movie's been out for almost a year now. Anyone who has either seen the movie or seen other people's reviews of the movie know what the story is about. So, well, story. They know what it's about. So we're not going to get into it. We're just going to get into the experience that we had, well, more so I had watching it, and some of the many reasons why I just hate this and why you hated it too. Well, first off,
okay,
what did you think of it?
Don't hate me. No hate. Okay. But I don't think it was the worst movie.
Go
on.
on.
So first of all, I really liked the animation. Okay, just saying, it was cute. It was really cute. The emojis though, not so cute, but the people, their hair, hoo mwah, hoo mwah. The animation was really good. I only got sad a little bit with the love interest, but that was about it.
You're joking, right?
No.
Okay, well, this review's over. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't subscribe to Abbae because she sucks.
It wasn't the worst ever. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I will give you this. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen because it's not 50 Shades, but it is still a really, really painful movie.
I feel like the jokes were way more cringy than mine that I think in real life, and that's just not okay. So yeah, that's.
And if you go to her channel, you will see just how cringy her jokes are.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But yeah, I will give you the animation is decent. It's not something like Rhapsody Street Kids where it's just ugly and impossible to look at and unfinished. Even when you compare it to things like when you compare it to something like Smurfs: The Lost Village, which came out the exact same year.
I hated Smurfs. I'm sorry.
But even if you compare it to something like that, the animation in that looks really, really good. It's really pretty and vibrant and colorful.
I agree
This
with that.
just looks... The animation in this just looks boring. And I mean, like, there are some kind of... I will say kind of creative ideas, like...
I mean, like, most of the setting was just in a hallway.
Yeah,
and that was basically, like, the entire animation.
Yeah, and it's so boring. It's literally just, like, a black purplish floor and some multicolored cubes all around them. Like, that's it. That's where most of the movie takes place.
Yeah.
But, like, when you go into, like... When they go into, like, the piracy app, which was honestly my favorite joke in the movie because it is... That is so relatable. They're, like... They go into this, They go into this like app that's disguised as a dictionary, and the main character is like, "Oh, come on, what would a teenager possibly want to hide on his phone?" And I'm like, "Yeah, true."
Well, my only thing with it was that they didn't have to go through the apps. They could have just walked the hallway to where they needed to go.
Well, but then we wouldn't be able to sell ad space. Because that's what this movie is.
Yeah, it's sponsored.
Calling this a movie would be an insult to movies. This is not a movie. This is a product placement. A huge... This is not a movie. This is a commercial. This is a commercial for... YouTube. This is a commercial for Just Dance, Candy Crush, Spotify, Snapchat, Instagram. I think I saw Shazam in there. Like, I mean, we can make a drinking game out of how many advertisements we saw in there. I mean, like, sometimes things that are like corporate shill products like that can be well done. Like the Lego Movie, which I still think is one of the best movies ever made, but
yeah, I mean,
I might be a little biased, but the Lego Movie was an advertisement for Lego, but it was done in such a really creative and fun and, like, brilliant way that the advertising and stuff was kind of an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like,
it kind of was the film, like...
Yeah, like, it's, like, the advertising and then the story is much bigger, and... Now, you could argue that the recent Lego movies have kind of slipped into the, well, story is kind of an afterthought, let's just sell a bunch of products. Like, as much as I love Lego Batman and Ninjago, I thought was kind of but that's a topic for another day. But you can't just make a movie off of advertisements. Like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And... I know other people have brought this up, but bringing up the Lego Movie, this movie's plot is essentially just a ripoff of much better movies.
Mm-hmm,
like, it's the Lego Movie, it's Wreck-It Ralph, it's Inside Out, it's Toy Story, it's just like, I mean, we could go on forever about this.
Definitely Wreck-It Ralph, I feel. Like,
yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. But, like, instead of video games, it's emojis and just...
yeah.
And
I feel like, okay, so like the guy's love interest thing, like the human, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that strong. Like, I don't know, I didn't feel anything.
Well,
but with the emoji, I was just like,
Honestly though, I don't even, maybe you thought differently, but when they kept cutting back to the human characters, I forgot they were even there.
Yeah.
Because they're just such non-characters.
Yeah, and like, how does, freaking sending an emotion, a new emoji to some girl and like them going to the dance suddenly want him to like not delete his phone?
Yeah, like, it's...
The phone doesn't equal happy relationship. The phone equals getting fixed. Like,
yeah,
no problems.
The messages in this movie is sending as a teenager, as a young adult, are really insulting because
the girl.
What?
Like the girl emoji, the princess. She's like.
Well, okay. We'll get to that in a second because, but like the things like, that. This is a movie that if you are over the age of like 5 is going to really offend and piss you off when the opening line is like, emojis are the most important form of communication ever, and another interruption. Thanks, Dad. And we're back. if you are like within my age range, like a teenager or something like that, there is going to be a lot in this movie that will offend and piss you off because like you know you're going to get pissed off when your movie starts out with emojis are the most important form of communication in the entire world, and like and the way that they like depict teenagers in this movie, and I mean, yeah, we live
felt very hurt.
Yeah, like I was personally offended. But,
yeah, I was so offended.
But like seriously, like I know like we live in a world where like where pretty much everyone, you know, has a smartphone and everyone is always on it, but it's not this cartoonish. And I get it, it's fantasy, but still, like.
And I feel like since you know the like adults who are creating this, they kind of like they kind of, you know, made a bigger deal out of something that wasn't a big deal, like emoji, like people being attached to their smartphones for like everything in life, including relationships. Like, no, we're not that involved with our phone. Like, it may look like that just because.
You know what this movie is? It was made by a bunch of old hacks who were talking to their like little kids or something, and they're like, hey, what's this emoji, or how do you use a smartphone? And they just brought in all this random crap that their kid was talking about, and they said, we're making a movie about this. And that's why it's just so like the.
Wait, who made the movie? Like Disney?
No, it was Sony.
Sony
Animation, like because it was the same people that did Smurfs. Like I said, the same exact year. And before we continue, I just want to apologize to Smurfs. Smurfs, I'm really sorry. I really feel bad that I missed you in theaters. In my defense, I was low on money when you were in theaters, and I had not yet known about the like discount movie where you could do like $5 a movie or something. And I was trying to save every little bit that I had, but I really feel bad because I went to see this movie in the theaters and not you. And you are so much better.
You should feel ashamed.
Yeah, I know. I should end myself.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
I like the Emoji Movie. Like, I don't know. It brought me happiness a little bit.
Yeah, it brought you happiness watching me suffer.
It did. Honestly, that was probably the best part. Okay, no, but on a real note, the jokes in the movie were bad, but
they're the
I feel
most
like they
obvious
made me laugh.
things ever.
They made me laugh because they were so bad. But I feel like if I was alone and I had seen those jokes, I wouldn't have laughed because like his reaction to them just like that's what made me laugh. And
and like I said, there is the one joke about the piracy app that made me laugh, but everything else was just cringe because it was.
I don't know. I think I liked it when the dancer was like, you know, you can dance with me, but last time you were all hands. I was like, because it's a hand emoji, you know.
We are never doing another collaboration. The most obvious, like you can tell it was written by like a 40-year-old who doesn't even know what they're saying half the time. Like just at random points, characters will say like hashtag whatever.
Yeah, that was, and the songs were a little outdated.
Yeah, like that's the Honest Trailers made a joke about, you know, since like popular trends fade longer than it or faster than it takes to make a movie, all the jokes are outdated and the songs are outdated and everything is so. And like it's just super painful.
Honestly, the one part that made me like really break was when the emoji.
I'm really
I said
finding
emoji. Did you hear that? If you play that back, I said emoji.
I'm really finding it difficult to remain friends with you.
No, but you gotta hear me out, right? Alright, so this whole like movie, he's trying to be meh, right? Just like trying. But he didn't need a program to make him meh. He just needed a heartbreak. And I feel like that's me. Like and then when the love came back, he didn't really turn back into happy. He was just like she gave him, like she told him her feelings, and he was still mad, and I was like, change back already. And it didn't take until, like, you know, he had to change until he changed, you know? Like, I felt like it would have been great if she's like, I love you, you know? And then he was like, heart emoji, heart, heart, heart. But no, it was one, man, okay, yeah. Gotta save the world now.
You're reading too much into this. And you know what, okay, I said I was going to talk about this when we were watching the movie, but the story with the hacker character, who is obviously
oh my
a princess,
gosh, I love her, but like, ooh, girl, she said some stuff.
Yeah, so first of all, they're trying to make her like this like feminist icon, like freaking Cruz from Cars 3, but like she's a terrible character. Like, she'll just...
I feel like it was too obvious that she was a feminist.
Oh, you didn't think it was obvious when she said, like, you know, men are always stealing ideas that women are coming up with. And
yeah, and it was so random.
Yeah,
like,
and also her story doesn't... Like, her story and Jean's story... I hate that I know their names, by the way, but the two of them, their stories are... They don't make sense, because at the beginning, Jean wants to conform and Jailbreak doesn't, but in order to get out of the situation, he has to not conform and she has to conform. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and to me, the one thing I don't understand is that every character has some, like, unique name to their emoji. Like, you know, the evil person smiley and whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, Jean... He's a Met emoji, but, like, why Jean?
There are so many things about this world that don't make sense. Yeah. Like Jean's parents. Like, is he the only... Well, no, I guess he's not the only person with parents because of the poop emoji. But, like, you know, like, how many emojis have parents? Like, whenever the main kid's cell phone goes off...
You sneeze like a kitten.
But, like, whenever the main kid's cell phone goes off when, like, they're doing something inside the phone, like, is that not happening with everyone else's? Are they just all asleep or dead?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, like, yeah, because in the emoji headquarters, they said, like, per phone, they have these emoji things, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was just, like, one kid, and it's like, where did the other kids go?
Yeah, and also, there's no way that clearing everything, in the middle of clearing everything, you can still send a text or access your apps. And also, unplugging it while it's in the middle of deleting all of your stuff is not going to bring everything back.
Yeah, and plus, there's also the thing with overpopulation of emojis. Because, like, if it really was one cube, you know, per emoji...
Well,
there's so many emojis out of jobs, you know?
Well, I'd imagine it's, like, a similar thing to, like, the parents thing. Is like, they were the first,
yeah.
So... But then,
like, what time
we're
do you retire?
thinking way too hard about
when
this.
When do you retire? Like, and also, like, what if you had 3 kids, and, like, which one's gonna get the cube?
I guess it would go to the oldest or something.
Like a king thing, and then the emojis die, you know, because, like, they get really mad.
We are writing a better movie than this movie.
They fight for the throne of the cubicle.
But yeah, the princess character was my least favorite character, closely followed by the poop emoji, because poor Patrick Stewart, he was in Logan, and this is what he does next. Like, honestly, every time... Well, in this, I should probably talk about my theater experiences.
Oh, yeah.
I was... So, in the theater, and I'm also in one of the giant theaters. Like, this is the same theater that I saw, like, Wonder Woman in. But, yeah, I'm in this giant theater, and I'm thinking, well, at least I'll be in here by myself, because I decided to go to this thing at 11 in the morning. It's the first showing. Because my mentality is, well,
What a great morning that was.
Well... My mentality is, you know, it's 11 o'clock, and it's early in the morning on, like, a Saturday, and during summer vacation, no one's going to be taking their kids to see a movie, especially not the Emoji movie, this early in the morning.
I take my kids Sunday morning.
Well, yeah, because you're a terrible parent. But, and apparently, like, 5 or 6 other parents were terrible parents, too, because I was in this big... one of the big theater, and there were. At first when I got in there, I was like, "Oh, sweet! At least I'll be the only one in here. I'll get to yell and scream and curse and everything." But then slowly but surely, a bunch of families started coming in. I'm like, "Shit!" So that was nice. And then during the movie, every time the poop emoji made a stupid joke, like a stupid poop related joke, I kicked the seat in front of me with frustration. Like,
were the jokes crappy?
I will cut you. I will legit cut you. And yeah, I would just kick the seat in front of me. Luckily, there was no one sitting there. Otherwise, they would have had a fucking concussion by the end of the movie. And if that wasn't annoying enough, these two little kids, probably like 5 or 6 or something, they're like sitting a few seats. They're sitting a few seats aside from me, like, so I'm here. They're probably like here, and they were laughing out loud to all of the stupid jokes. They were jumping up and down during all the dance sequences, and they were getting up out of their seats and dancing. And parent of the year, their like dad or something, not paying any attention. And so anyway, it gets to here's what really pushed it over the edge. Is it gets to the ending. The ending credits start rolling, and of course there's a stupid fucking pop song that plays.
That song.
It was cool in like 2009, but whatever. Anyway, so the credits start rolling, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is my cue to leave. But I get up, and these kids are still out of their seat jumping around, and I am way past saying excuse me, because they've been doing this for like half the fucking movie. So I like quickly push past them without like bumping into them, or well, like sort of bumping into them, but not that much. And then I pass by their dad or whatever, and he says, "You know, you could have said excuse me." It took every ounce of willpower that I had left not to turn around and just scream in his face. Like, oh, I was the one being disrespectful. I wasn't the one jumping in and out of my seat the entire... I'm calm.
I mean, the Emoji movie got me riled up for another reason, but for you,
let me put it this way. If I hadn't seen 50 Shades Darker, then that would have been the Emoji movie would be the worst movie of 2017 for me. Like, that's how bad it was.
I think...
Like, I'll give the animation some credit because, like, Sony... Sometimes they do good work. Like, at least their animations look nice and they're all, they're all colorful and
hot.
Cartoony and everything. But... Did you just say hot?
No.
Okay, anyway. But yeah, like, the animation has some talent put into it, but, like, here they're just... It's like they're not even trying.
Yeah.
It's just so awful. And, like, I'm sure anyone who wanted to see it has already seen it, but if you haven't, like it's too late for me to... Like, if you already have, it's too late for me to tell you not to, but if you haven't, if you're still, like... thinking about it, like, if you're considering just watching it on Netflix, don't. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, this movie, it's not even like The Room, where it's, like, so bad that you can get some enjoyment out of it. Like, it is an awful, awful movie. Don't give it a thumbs up. It is terrible.
Should I give it a high five?
I'll give you this. But it's just bad. It's just bad. Like, you lose a bit of your soul after watching it.
I don't know, my soul's pretty intact.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I lost my soul a while ago, so I'm used to it, but still.
I guess I'm just an emoji type of girl. I don't know.
Yeah, you were clearly not the right person to watch this movie with.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, like, it wasn't the best. Honestly, I some parts I really hated. But I love love. Love is love. Love, love. Love,
Shrek
love,
is
love,
love.
Yes, even Shrek.
That's a movie we should have watched, was Shrek.
I love Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek is my favorite. Like.
Yeah, like the first two movies are really good, and
Yeah. And then something happens.
okay, a little off topic, but what do you guys actually think of Shrek? Like, ever since it became a meme, ever since it became a meme, like, no one really, like, gives any serious,
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, we're in sync, but,
Yeah.
like, no one takes it seriously, so let me know in the comments of the Emoji movie review. Let me know in the comments of the Emoji movie review what your thoughts on Shrek are, because the first one is okay. The first one is pretty good. The second one is really good. Third one is not that great, and the fourth one is kind of eh. I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't really know how it holds up. But
I mean, I think the fourth one was pretty good. I didn't really like the third that much.
yeah, I don't think anyone likes the third.
Yeah, because it's just kind of boring. Like, you're just waiting and
Yeah.
waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And
Yeah.
I only cried whenever Shrek was on stage and died.
Yeah.
And that was the only sad part.
I liked Merlin. He was the only part that
Yeah.
I liked about Shrek.
Oh, yeah,
3.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I think the fourth one, the thing that made me upset was that the kids weren't in it the whole time.
Well, I mean, they were in it at the beginning.
But, like, it wasn't the story of the kids. Like, I wanted more.
I'm sure if they wanted to have like a story with the kids, and they would give them a show on Nickelodeon. Like, that's what they seem to do for most
Yeah, that's the cringiest thing in
DreamWorks
my
show.
life.
You know they're making a fifth one, right?
Shrek?
Yeah.
I thought it was ever after. Fairy tale
Well,
ends.
much like the Saw movies, it's never the final chapter.
This made me so happy. and now we got Incredibles coming up. that we gotta
Yeah,
watch.
it's
And what
Incredibles
else?
2, and do you see the trailer for Isle of Dogs?
Yes.
It's by the same people that do Fantastic Mr. Fox. That looks awesome.
Yeah, that does look really cool.
What else is coming? Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, and like
So I'm pumped.
yeah, they're also doing an animated Grinch. It's by the same people that
Really?
did Despicable Me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm
they
curious
need
to see how that
redeem
turns out.
themselves.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that turns out. And then there's this week I saw Early Man and Peter Rabbit. Those were really good.
Haven't seen
Peter Rabbit surprisingly really good.
Wait, is it the new Peter Rabbit? or
Yeah, it's the new Peter
Oh, I
Rabbit
haven't
with
seen
James
that.
Corden.
I haven't seen that.
It was
You know who else
surprisingly good.
plays James Corden now that we're talking about it? Emoji.
Oh my God.
The hand.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
Like, guys, we just listed a bunch of much better movies that you could be seeing or waiting for
After
and saving
you
your
watch the
money.
Emoji movie.
Don't bother with the Emoji movie.
Okay, honestly, it opens your eyes a little bit.
Yeah, it
because you
opens your
can't-
eyes to how terrible a kid's movie
No,
can
no.
be.
You can't be number one without the other numbers. That was
Ah!
of the whole movie. Not even about emojis.
Okay,
And accept yourself.
express yourself.
Express and accept.
Yeah, so
And someone will love you for who you are, and they won't want you to change.
yeah, I got pretty much all of my thoughts out of the way. Don't see this movie if you haven't already.
Do you see?
Go see Peter Rabbit. Go see Early Mans. Go see Black Panther. That was pretty awesome. Check out
was
my
a good
review
one.
for that if
That
you
was
haven't
good.
already. Game Night comes out this weekend. I hear that's really funny. Go see that. What else? Annihilation, the Natalie Portman movie. Haven't heard many things about it, but it looked interesting. So, like, there are much better movies that you could be watching than the Emoji movie.
Yeah, I
so
guess
don't,
I have to agree with that.
don't waste your time. So
It was only good for me because I had to watch it, and when I am forced to watch movies, I get intrigued, and yeah, I don't know,
yeah,
just always will be in my brain, I guess.
yeah. So those are my thoughts on the Emoji movie. I'm glad I got all of this out of my system so that I never have to.
Me too. Like, that was
I never
just
have
so
to
much.
talk about it or watch it ever again. Abby, thank you so much for coming on the
You're
show.
welcome. I really think I brought like something.
Yeah,
know,
you brought a new, very interesting,
Perspective.
incorrect angle to the Emoji movie.
Oh yeah.
Once again, where can we find you?
The Abbae Place, and it's the ABBAE Place.
Okay, any social medias?
Oh yeah. Instagram. You know I have that. It's Abby something like underscore Klo, just KLO. And then I think that's it. Oh, Snapchat. It's just Abbae Sweeto. I don't know why I have so many things that are different names, but you know I do. And yeah, that's about it.
And all those will be linked in the description.
Yeah.
And if you want to follow me on all of my social medias, they're all down in the description. My Twitter, my Instagram. Go subscribe to my animation channel, JamesMCD Productions. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel to keep up with all of my future reviews. I'm hoping to do more collaborations, collaborative like rants like this one and the one I did with my grandpa a couple weeks ago. Just talking about really shitty movies.
I'll definitely be here again, probably.
Yeah, so hopefully next week we can watch a good movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully. So, that about does it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you later.